Good morning to you. 11 minutes past 9, BBC Essex. I'm Atterley, in for Dave on a one-day special offer. Now, a couple from Essex have raised more than £400 towards a hospital cancer ward that was burgled. Earlier, I spoke to Sacha from Frinton, and I asked her what had happened.
I was driving home and I heard a report on BBC Essex saying that the TV had been stolen. I was just really angry. So I was ranting about it on my Facebook, and a few people just told me do something about it, so I thought I would.
Now, this is a ward that has special family connections with you, as I understand it, doesn't it?
Yeah, my grandmother was on the ward in August. She passed away in August. She had cancer, and the nurses there looked after her so well, and us, that when I heard this, I just wanted to try and do something for them because they've done so much for us.
I know it's probably not very easy to talk about, but just tell us what your memories, although they're probably mixed, of that ward were.
Yeah, it's not a nice place to be because of what's happening there, but the staff try and make it as comfortable as they can. They're always offering you teas and coffees and coming for a chat, and they're very approachable. And the day room where the TV was is somewhere where you can just kind of escape to. So that's why I got so upset, because I thought that's the nice little room you can go and sit in just to escape from that atmosphere.
So that's,
someone's ruined it.
It's really the only place you can go where you can almost imagine that you're not in the hospital just for a few minutes a day.
Yeah, you can just sit in there and relax. We spent a couple of nights staying overnight there, and there's only so much room in the actual rooms, and once you've got a recliner chair in there to sleep in, there's not much room, so the nurses put up a little bed in the day room for my granddad to sleep there. So it's a nice place for people to go, and for someone to just go and ruin it. And it's a shame.
How important would it be then, in a room like that, to have something like the television and the DVD player?
Yeah, it's really important. You just want to be able to have somewhere to escape to. Like I say, you're in that environment, and it just soaks up. You soak it up. It takes over. You spend every day going in to spend what could be your last few minutes with your loved one, and you need to escape now and again, and you don't want to go outside, you don't want to go home. So as soon as you are home, you just want to go back there and be with them. So to have somewhere just to go and sit and watch a little bit of telly and just chill out on your own for a minute, it was really important to have that space to just relax in.
You said you were angry when you heard on BBC Essex what had happened. Can you describe that anger to us? What were your initial feelings?
I was disgusted. To start with, I was really angry that anybody could actually consider stealing the TV from that ward, or at all, but particularly from that ward. So it turned from anger to then feeling quite sorry for them, thinking what situation they must have been to need to do that. And the nurses I spoke to yesterday when I visited the ward said at least no one got hurt. At least it just kind of, the TV went and that was it. It could have been worse. So I am angry about it, but I'm also feeling quite sorry for them that they had to do it. And the response we've had from this now just shows that there's so much more nicer people in the world than nasty people. It's lovely. So you put a message on Facebook immediately? I decided to rant to my friends on Facebook because I was so angry. I'd heard this story and I was just absolutely disgusted that someone could do it. Also, I felt that when I was in that room, the emotions that we were going through, they also give you the bad news in that room. The thought of anyone being in that room being able to think of anything other than what you're going through, I was almost envious, thinking, how could you possibly sit in that room? And so I just had a big rant to get out my system on Facebook. My boyfriend said, I've emailed the lead nurse to see what we can do, because I know how much this means to you. And a couple of other people said, stop moaning, just do something. So I did. I put the feelers out on Twitter on Sunday night. I didn't really expect much from it. I just knew that a couple of Colchester contacts and people like that were on there, and thought I'd just see what people thought we could do. So what happened to that initial message on the Sunday night? That presumably got retweeted several times. Yeah. Initially, I just put out a message saying I've seen this story, sharing the link to the article, and how disgusted I was. I initially thought maybe we could get a local contact to donate a TV, or get a company to donate a telly, something like that. But then one of the contacts on my Twitter suggested maybe raising money so we could do it all together rather than asking for one big lump sum or a donation of a TV. If we all got together, maybe we could replace it or put something towards a replacement. So after that, several people retweeted it. We had Edwina Curry retweet it, and
she's got 1 or 2 followers, presumably, has she?
Yeah, just a couple. Just a couple. And we had lots of people with thousands and thousands of followers retweeting. And then obviously the media started looking at it as well, and the hospital, their charity saw it and started retweeting it. So it really got out there. I think I started this about 8 o'clock, and by the time I'd got to bed, people had, the interest we'd got had gotten about £200. So I thought we need to get on this quickly. We need to set up an account. We need to start. I didn't even know how to get the money in. I knew I had all these people that wanted to give. And I was just about to start a new placement at work the following day, so I needed an early night, and then it just went mad. So I didn't really know what to do. It suddenly gotten very out of hand. I just put the feelers out, and now everybody was wanting to give all this money to me, and I didn't know how to collect it in. I had to work 12-hour shifts on the Monday and Tuesday, so I wasn't able to really do much myself, so my boyfriend got on it. He set up the Just Giving account. He put a full story on there, some photos of my nan and granddad, photos of us two on there, just to really bring it to life and get people involved. And once that was set up and tweeted about, that was it. We got, I think it was £250 within 24 hours. We're now up to about 430. Within 48 hours, we had 400. It's amazing.
Sacha Allen from Frinton speaking to me yesterday. Shortly, we'll find out what the money will be used for. That's after the travel news and that. Let's hear more from Sacha Allen from Frinton, as she and her other half have managed to raise more than £400 towards a hospital cancer ward to try and replace the television that was stolen. Sacha knows about hospitals because she works at another as a trainee midwife, not in Colchester though. I asked Sacha whether she's been surprised by the level of donation.
Yeah, we're really pleased because initially I just wanted to replace the TV and make that room nice again. But yes, we phoned the hospital to let them know of our intentions. I went to visit them yesterday as well to have a chat with them and see how they are. They did say within hours of the story going out and being publicised, they did have people going into them, measuring up the area to give them a TV. They had people saying, I've got an old telly I don't use, would you like that? The co-op have given them a TV now. I believe that's an order and is on its way in. The fire service went in to go and offer them a telly and measure up. It's really nice that people want to help them. So once we found that, we decided that we'd speak to them about what else they could possibly need. That's why I went to chat to them yesterday to see what else they could want.
First of all, I want to know what they thought of your fundraising efforts. Presumably, they were pretty grateful.
They are, yeah. They're really pleased, as I am. I know, working in a hospital, when we get a donation, however large or small, we're absolutely over the moon with it. We're all trying to think of what we could put it towards and all getting excited. So for such a huge amount of money, I'm really happy, and they're over the moon. They're quite keen to replace some of the recliner chairs because they are quite big and clumpy and heavy. You sit on them and they scoot across the room because they haven't got brakes on, that sort of thing. And they can't be cleaned that easily, they were saying. So they want to start replacing them, and they're quite expensive. They're also saying they'd like colouring books and things like that to entertain the children that come on the ward, because the parents are quite exhausted. They're coming to visit someone that's ill. You want to come and visit your family when they're on that ward, and if you've got kids, they need entertaining. So
absolutely, gosh, don't we know that? Yes. Has this restored your faith in humanity, Sacha? Because I know you were pretty cross, weren't you?
I was really angry. Yeah, I was disgusted that someone could even consider doing that, let alone actually go through with it. So just seeing seeing people go in with tellies, the amount of people that have gone into the ward to offer that is amazing. But to see the hundreds of people who have donated and all the retweets and the nice comments that we've had so much encouragement. We've had the stories in the press. It's really touching to know that so many people want to help.
See, there are nice people around. After all, Sacha Allen from Frinton talking to me yesterday afternoon, and you can continue donating to that fund if you'd like to help out the cancer ward rest area at Colchester Hospital. Justgiving.com/Sacha-Allen. Justgiving.com/Sacha-Allen. And Sacha, by the way, SACHA is the way that it's spelt. So, looking to hear from you today, whether you've had your faith restored in humanity, just like Sacha has,